Hi, my name is Gautam Thapar. I'm one of the co-founders of Enlighten AI, and today I'll be walking you through our app and the Google scopes and permissions that we request and how they're utilized within the app. So our app essentially does these three things. We allow teachers to collect student work using their Google Classroom. That includes collecting their rosters and syncing those within our app, making it easy for them to see what students have submitted in student Google Docs. Then the teacher has an easy to use interface to grade and give feedback for 3 student assignments. And based on those examples, we help the teacher to produce grades and feedback for each of the following students, always with the teacher in the loop, so that it makes it faster and easier for them to give great feedback. So when I log in here with our test account, we'll see the scopes and permissions come up. So when I sign in here, we'll see the different scopes that we have requested. The 2 that I'll be focusing on today are the read-only permissions for Google Docs as well as student email addresses. We collect each of those so that we can collect student work. So that is the student Google Documents permission. And then we collect email addresses because teachers will be writing and scripting feedback to students, and we need that feedback to go back to students. And so in order to do that, one of the options to do that is for teachers to email that feedback straight to students. So when I sign in here, I have already synced my classes just to show a visual of where that occurs. If I hit sync now, then I'll be able to sync any classes that I have from Google Classroom. Then if I return to our home dashboard, I'll sync any assignments that I may have assigned to students. And if I click on one of those assignments, then I should be able to see what work students have produced and start to evaluate that as well. And so if I am not mistaken, there's one assignment that is in progress that I was just missing. So if I click on this test assignment, this was a sample assignment where students were writing about whether the penny is redundant or not. I can sync the student submissions. And this is pulling in directly from Google Doc for some fake students, their status. And so we can see one student didn't submit, the other students have submitted. And then I have a rubric that I had previously loaded. So I'll go ahead and view it. And because I've already created it, I can't edit this rubric. I'm just going to go ahead and select it and start grading. And what I can do here is I'll evaluate this student, give some test feedback, and then I'll hit save and continue. And when I hit save and continue, as I'm evaluating this next student assignment that's been pulled in from the student Google Doc, then I'm able to generate AI feedback for this specific student. And so this is generated based off of that first example. Right now, there are very few examples, so it is generalized feedback, and I can obviously change this or edit this feedback if I'd like. Once I hit save and continue and do that for all of my submissions, then I'll be able to select an option to email this feedback that I've written here back to students. So there we see the 2 permissions in action simultaneously. We have the read-only permissions so that student text from Google Docs is pulled into the app, and then we will be able to email the feedback that we write and save and continue for each student. That covers our permissions. We're happy